one of the most insidious mindsets that we get into is one of learned helplessness. And there's a saying that the fish is the last to discover the water. And that's definitely true for me. That was something that I struggled with a lot, is learned helplessness. And when I was growing up, one of the biggest phrases that my instructor, Sifu Chris Kent, would hammer home to me was that life is a process, not a product, and you are not a product of your environment. And the reason why that was such a meaningful phrase to me and really helped shape my childhood was when I was 4 years old, my sister passed away, and it was really hard on myself and on my entire family. And so because of that, there was a lot of sadness, and there was a lot of feeling sort of ignored because everybody was dealing with their own thing, and at home I became very much a loner, and at school, and I started to get picked on a lot and bullied a lot, and so it was a really hard period growing up for me. And then even then, my parents divorced when I was young, so I had a really rough childhood for myself, and I know other people have had it harder, so I'm not at all saying that, but I will say that I developed this idea that not necessarily that I felt entitled, but I did feel very much like I was just this type of person that needs help, that I'm not self-sufficient, that we were on welfare, we were on disability, and so we got a lot of our church was amazing and brought a lot of food to us and really helped us get through some tough years. But there was definitely this idea that I was one of those kids that was always in need, and so I relied on the heartstrings of people for things. And I remember Sifu Chris Kent, when he moved to Boise and opened up his gym, I was there at his very first class. I was so excited. I'd actually followed him for years. He was a bit of a hero of mine, and so I was so excited to join. And as soon as the first trial class was over, I went up to him and I was like, "Sign me up." And he's like, "Awesome, it's $65 a month." And I was like, and I just slipped right into well, we're on welfare. Is there a paper I can take home for my mom to fill out? What's the discount that we get? And he basically said, "Look, if you want to train, it's $65 a month. You'll figure out how to pay for it." And I remember leaving pissed off because I just thought he was being greedy and being a jerk, And so, but I really, really wanted to train. I looked so forward to it. So I thought, I'm going to learn despite him being a jerk to me. And so I reached out to my uncle and asked him to help pay for it. And he said he would cover for 3 months, but after that I was on my own. And so then I just started going around to everyone in my church and everywhere I could and asking, "Hey, is there anybody that will help me out?" And I got a bunch of people saying, "Look, if you want to come do yard work, you want to come mow my lawn, you want to come pull weeds, you want to come trim bushes, I'll help you out." And I ended up working for $3 an hour. I had one person pay me $5. I thought I was just rolling in the dough, but the main person that helped me out was paying me $3 an hour. And my life looked like I got home from school, I went and worked, and then I ran over to train, and then I would get home and my food was in the microwave. I would heat it up and then go to sleep and then rinse and repeat. And that was my day every day. And I just accepted it. And then several years, maybe not several years, but a couple of years later, I was helping my instructor paint the gym, and we were just talking about, and he was just kind of telling me that he's seen me grow a lot over the last few years, and we were talking about it, and and I told him one of the most powerful things that he taught me was that idea that life is a process, not a product, and that you are not a product of your environment. And that's where we talked about when he had told me that if I want something, I'll figure out a way to pay for it. And that became a very meaningful life lesson for me. And I don't know if I would be, I don't think in my younger days I would have been voted as the most likely to run my own business. And so I do have to thank that lesson in large part for the reason why, why I have a gym and I am pursuing a lot of the things that I am pursuing today. So anyway, I hope that helps somebody out there.